Last week I took you guys along as I decluttered the majority of my toddler's things, and if you guys missed that video, I will leave a link to it down below. But this week we will be tackling all of their toys. I have 2 toddlers and we have 2 play spaces. We have a loft that is designed for more of like a rowdy style of play. There's things in there that allow them to climb, to jump, to swing, to spin, to do all of those kinds of things. And then we have a space downstairs that is where all of their toys are, and it's designed more so for like that creative, independent play, both of which entirely need me to go through. I try my best to go through their toys periodically. We are constantly rotating them, and I am constantly decluttering. But despite that, I just feel like there's so much crap everywhere all the time, and I feel like that's because they just get like these little random things here all the time from just people in our lives, and there's lots of toys that I keep in rotation that I don't see them using, and so I truly just feel like these spaces need a good clean out. I shared a video about a year ago, I think, of their playroom and all their like most used toys, how we rotate, how we organize, like all of that kind of stuff. But I did want to do like a little brief refresher in this video, as well as my kids are about a year older. So this video is just definitely going to be toddler toy based, and I'm excited to take you guys along with me. We're going to start in the loft because this space actually needs the least amount of declutter. I honestly think I just want to kind of rotate some things in here, and I love to start with like a smaller project when I'm decluttering because I feel like it's such a daunting task to declutter your house or to clean. And with a smaller task, I feel like you accomplish something faster, and it really just truly gets the ball rolling. I think what I'm gonna start with is removing every single item in this space, vacuuming it, and then bringing things back in and kind of rotating it around a little bit. We also got a new mat to replace this House of Noah tumbling mat. We have absolutely loved it, and it's been so great for this like wild, rambunctious type of play, but I've been longing for something that's a little bit bigger, that covers a little bit more space. So we're gonna be replacing it with their play mat. I'm gonna have you guys unbox it with me a little bit because I just got it in, and you guys, it is literally so beautiful. I couldn't be more obsessed and excited to see this in this space. I feel like once we get this down, I'm gonna want to like actually put stuff on the walls and make it like a finished play space. But they have so many different designs, styles, colorways, and I personally saw this one and was absolutely obsessed. This is their Gemma playmat in the color Chateau, and it's of course a neutral kind of warm brown color with this incredible design. I took one of them out of the packaging so you guys can see without like the plastic, but you guys, it is absolutely stunning, and I love that it gives like the look of an elevated rug, but it also creates a safe, easy to clean play space for my kids. Their playmats come in so many different sizes, so it can truly fit any space, and I love that they come apart into each individual square so that they're easy to store. The biggest pro about House of Noah playmats is that they are safe for my kids. They are created with premium quality, non-toxic EVA foam that is free of lead, phthalates, formaldehyde, and latex. It also has a water-resistant surface, which makes it extremely easy to clean, which of course with kids is completely a must, and their mats are just the perfect addition to our home. I highly recommend anything from House of Noah. You guys know I have so many of their products in our home, and if you guys are interested, you can click the link in my bio, and the code Kilean will give you 10% off your purchase. Let's get all of these pieces out of here and lay down those beautiful mats, but I just wanted to give a big thank you to House of Noah for sponsoring today's video.
To sound, the one that's coming from you now. Don't mean to turn it upside down. I really wanna hear you out. I can't know how it is to be where you so calmly sit when I'm further my own narrative, catching only part of it. To just be, to really see something other than just me, to lean in.
You guys, that just brightened up this space even more. I seriously cannot believe I haven't gotten this sooner. It is so cute in here and I love it so much. I don't know if I'm the only person like this, but when I do something even just like as slightly as a change of this, it like makes me so happy to be in that space. And obviously I'm such a neutral girly, but I just feel like the white, bright, like clean space truly just makes my mind feel like that, and I love it. So let's put everything back in here and see what it looks like once it's done.
Hit the brakes, throw stones into a quiet lake. What is it you're really saying?
Okay, this is how it ended up turning out. I actually didn't end up rotating really any of the toys because I feel like this layout truly is the best for the space. I've tried so many different things over the past like year or so, and I feel like I always come back to this. So really happy with it. I feel like the playmat just like really brings all of the pieces together, and I just think it looks so good and so inviting. Okay, so the only thing that I actually pulled from the loft was this costume rack, and I'm not getting rid of it. I love this thing, and they literally wear costumes daily, but I don't want it in this space anymore. I'm thinking of moving it downstairs to the playroom because I just took out like all of the Valentine's Day stuff, so we have like a little more space in there again. But we desperately need to go through these because a lot of the costumes have holes in them, and I truly feel like I can't part with them because they wear them all the time. But like this spin costume Rocky wore, I think when he was 3 for Halloween, and now Echo is obsessed with it, but it has this huge hole in the back, like the zipper sticks out. There are holes all over the toes, the fingers, like so bad. And then this one, I straight up cut the bottoms off of the ends because there were so many holes, and I just feel like they're like such dingy costumes, but they love them. So I don't know. I don't feel like I can get rid of them, but there are a few other costumes on here that they do not wear. Like, as much as I would love Echo to wear these two, she has not once worn them at all. So there's no point in them like being on here except for like cuteness. But I do feel like it's just like not really practical, and we only have so many of these hangers, so I want to free up a couple. I am not getting rid of these though. I will definitely save these for a future baby, hoping that maybe if I have another girl, she will like to wear dresses. Not getting rid of those. This one I need to give back to my nephew. This is actually his costume. Okay, actually going through all of these, I feel like they wear all of them. So I'm really just going to put these in Echo's closet and then hang up the rest now that I have a couple free hangers. I just have to point out, I put this tumbling mat into Echo's room because it's literally so cute, and I think she would love having it in here. But while I'm upstairs, I'm actually going to go through that closet that is like right off of the loft. I shared with you guys in last week's video how a bunch of like arts and crafts were in there, but we also have a bunch of like baby toys and like bigger toy items that we don't ever like go through, and I'm starting to think that I don't need to hold on to. I have always saved all of their baby stuff because obviously I want more kids, but I feel like lately I've been thinking like I don't need to like hoard on to so many things. One, we can always get new toys in the future, but two, I feel like babies don't really even play with a ton of toys anyways. Like the amount that I have is definitely way too many than they need. So I want to go through that, and then I may pull out some of the bigger items too. I think we have like a little tunnel that the kids may love that I can put into the loft area too. I kind of forgot that I could rotate some of those things in. So we're just going to go through that little area. If you missed last week's video, this is the loft when you go upstairs. This closet right here is like a linen closet that we have turned into a little storage closet. This used to be the kids' like toy playroom, and this is where I would store everything. But now that that's all downstairs, I moved the other toys down there too. But some of these like baby toys didn't make it down there because my kids are obviously not babies anymore. And then a bunch of like bigger items are in here too. So I really just need to go through this, see what is necessary to keep, and donate the rest.
I found you in another line. Notice all the time it takes to just be, to really see something other than just me.
Literally, I used to play with this with Rocky like all the time. mom went to London and got Rocky these little socks. They like have like little buses on them, and he would like kick his feet and grab them. Cannot get rid of those. All right, this is what we are left with, and I feel so much better about it. This little rhino was Rocky's. I have a picture of him as a newborn with it, and I forgot it was like down below under here. I didn't even know it was down there, honestly. And then these are like little stuffed animals that he's had since he was a baby too. Let me know if you guys remember these. They used to always be like in a basket in the playroom when it was upstairs, but I'm gonna put these into their rooms because they're so cute and I cannot get rid of them. I'm gonna bring this basket downstairs because we can use that for organization. And then these are the only baby toys that I'm going to be keeping. Just one little box, a mirror, a little stacking toy, and like these have like the high contrast. So I'm gonna move all of that downstairs as well. I did end up switching this out, which I'll show you guys the loft here in a second, but this is cleared, so all that's left is the stepping stones. These are like these little walking things. I'll show you because I put half of them out there. And then this does look crazy, but this is like a bunch of stuff shoved in here. I know what it is now though. So like I have the like newborn playmat from Love Every. This is like a canopy that I can't part with. This is like a swing, and then there's like extra pieces to this thing over here, which I can show you guys now. Whoa. Extra things that you can swap out for that thing up here. But this is what I did end up switching out. I thought it would be fun to like border this and give them like something that connects this climbing thing to this thing. And then I did swap out the stepping stones for a little play tunnel. So I know they're gonna walk up here ready to go take a nap and be like, oh my God, I wanna play. And this might bite me in the butt later, but how fun is this? And then this is all of the stuff that I'm getting rid of. So this just needs to be tossed. Actually, sorry, these are good. But a lot of that is trash. And then this I am keeping for my nephew. Nathaniel's sister just had her baby, and I'm sure she would love to go through this. So whatever she doesn't want to, we will donate. This is like a high chair mat pad thing that I'll give her too. So I feel really good about this. I know I am heavily avoiding tackling the under the stairs area because one, it's like a dungeon in there and it's like not fun and it's like crammed and tight. But two, it literally needs so much love that it's going to be a lot of work. So I am going to go through these drawers really quick. I don't think I've gone through them in a long time, and I just want to pull out some like random stragglers that I know have made their way in there, and then just some items that I feel like we're not really touching because there's a couple of drawers that are a little crammed, that are hard to close, that I would like to kind of minimize the things that we have in there. So let's go through these really quick.
When was it that you started leaning that way? Felt tires cut into the clay. It dries up and now there's just one road to take. It's growing up over with green. So easy to drive on, but not what it seems. The poison is spilling upstream, and it's taking out
Okay, nothing crazy of a pile, but these quite literally have never been played with, and I feel like I've been holding on, and we might as well give them to some other kid to love. And then these are all kind of the same thing, like they just do not gravitate towards them, and they're just kind of taking up space. These don't have matches, so why keep them? Okay, I have about 15 minutes before I need to go pick up my kids from preschool, and so I'm going to do one little space before I go, which is this cabinet right here. This is behind our couch, and for some reason it has ended up with like the most random toys that don't really have a home, and my sister is actually going to be taking this one from us. You guys are sitting on our new little table that's going to go behind our new couch that is hopefully going to be here in a couple of weeks, but she is moving to Oregon and she's taking like all of our old living room furniture with her, and so I need to declutter this anyways. So if I cannot find a home for anything that is in this cabinet, it will be going.
Will you only drink from the thoughts of yourself? How you wonder what can be spilled. Dig in your heels and spread the disease. You're spreading the disease. Back up the drive a bit. Could you see what this is? This is a part of it all. Over and over, injustice to injury. This is a part of it all. Could you hide back to it? Fight with it, sit with it. This is a part of it all. Ask around, be aware, make peace with what is there. This is a part of
Matt?
it all.
Today, do you like it? It's called House of Noah. Yeah. It's been a couple of hours. I did a few things, got the kids from preschool, got them down. I filmed the beginning of a reel with a amazing brand. I'm working with Melissa and Doug on Instagram, which is insane. I literally am so excited. So when you see that reel, if you follow me on Instagram, please give it all the love, because that is like the first brand deal I got with my new management, and I just really want it to go well. But anyways, I'm kind of hitting that midday slump. I am refueling myself in many ways. Water from literally the cutest water bottle that ever exists. And then a little afternoon pick-me-up. Nathaniel picked me up this like little iced tea this morning. So hopefully that will rejuvenate me a little bit. I am also going to plug in a podcast for this portion, because everything that I did before, I was not listening to anything, and this is going to be the hardest part of this declutter. And so I definitely need something to, you know, keep me entertained. I did end up listening to this entire book since the last time I talked to you guys. I've really been into audiobooks because I feel like I can multitask, and it's been amazing. This one was called One of Us is Lying, and I would give it like a 3.5 out of 5. It was a nice, like, easy listen to, aside from like all the fantasy that I've been listening to. The ending wasn't like as shocking as I would hope for it to have been, but it definitely was like a good, easy, light read. So I actually don't know what I want to listen to. I'm going to try and find something really quick without wasting too much time. And then we will get going with the declutter underneath the stairs, aka the biggest portion of my kids' toys. Okay, this is what I decided on, which I am so stoked to listen to. Obviously, it's written by the same girl who writes ACOTAR, which I am almost done with the first book. So I hope I don't confuse myself, but let me know if you read this. I heard it's even better than ACOTAR, so I'm really excited. Okay, I wanted to chat just a little bit about our toys situation before I go underneath the stairs and go through it all. We still rotate toys, but I wouldn't say I rotate them as frequently. And I do feel like we have very specific toys that my kids like to play with right now. They are almost 3 and 4.5. And I would say my kids' favorite toys are the toys that are currently in Rocky's room, which are magnet tiles and like things to build with. They come up with so many different scenarios of what to build. They use so many different figurines to build houses for, and truly they have the most fun doing that. I am not kidding when I say they spend hours building things. Like, it's crazy. Nathaniel and I are always just like, oh my gosh, are they... Like, it's just wild. Like, our 2 kids are just playing in Rocky's room, building stuff, and they love it. So if you don't have magnet tiles or like Legos or I forget what they're called, but they're these like little pokey things I think I showed in last vlog, I can't remember, but anything that they can like build something with, highly recommend. But just to touch on toy rotation, if you guys have never done it, I highly recommend. I literally tell all of my friends about it because 1, I feel like it's less stimulating because there's not as many options and there's not just like toys everywhere. But 2, I swear it just like keeps them re-excited about all of their toys. Every old toy that they haven't seen in a while kind of feels like a new toy, and it really prevents us from buying toys over and over and over. I feel like between like Christmas, birthdays, that kind of thing, they get plenty, and this really, really, really helps us from not like just buying toys whenever we just randomly go to Target, Walmart, or something like that. However, as they've gotten older, I do feel like they play with like a lot of things less. And I feel like they mainly play with like open-ended things. Like for an example, this is like a makeup kit. Echo specifically really likes that right now because she likes doing it to us. Like she likes brushing her hair and like putting on makeup for us and like that kind of thing. Whereas I'm trying to think of like, honestly, everything in here is pretty open-ended play. We don't really have like one task item toys anymore. And it's funny because I was listening to Milena Siciotti talk about this. I have heavily gotten inspiration from her as far as toys go, and I've seen that she's been pulling back a ton lately, and it's really making me want to pull back too, because what she's saying really makes sense. Like if you have a toy that only serves one purpose, it really only gets played for like a little bit and then they get over it. Why I'm telling you guys this is because I'm gonna keep that heavily in mind when I go through their toys right now. I really want to do a deep purge because I feel like every time I do go through their toys, I kind of am hesitant. I'm like, oh, maybe they'll play with this or maybe another kid will like it. But there's just so much stuff in there and it just sits there, and I truly just don't think it's necessary. The other thing that I wanted to share is that every toy in my house has a home, and if it doesn't have a home, it gets decluttered. And I feel like that really helps me with keeping things organized and cleaning up after my kids, and it not seeming like I have just toys everywhere throughout my house. This like little unit you guys are sitting on that I showed earlier is from IKEA. It's the COLLABS units, and it's usually just like the 8 cubbies, but you can buy inserts for them. And so that's why the ones have like the doors and the drawers, and that has made it so easy. Like all of our cars are in one, our trains are in one, our music stuff are in one, like our Marvel figures are in one. And it just like keeps it super organized. And then I'll show you guys underneath the stairs kind of how I organize under there as well. But the shelves that are in there are old shelves that used to be in Nathaniel's office, and then the bins are from IKEA. They're literally $1 each, and they just serve a purpose. I would love for it to be like super cute and organized in there in like a very aesthetic way, but one, it's underneath our stairs and no one sees it but me, and two, it's super expensive to do that, and I really love just kind of using whatever we have on hand. With all that being said, let's tackle that closet. As I have mentioned in the past, it is very tight in here and it's very hard to film, but I wanted to give you guys a proper before of what we've got going on. Happy to report that this has stayed pretty clean and clear. We just have so much stuff that really doesn't have a home, and that's just kind of thrown in here. And we have a lot of stuff that we really don't touch. I fear I am in too much of a decluttering mood because nothing is safe and a lot is going. This is now my 4th bag, but I just feel like there's so many things that my kids are truly not playing with, and I'm just holding on to it to hold on to it, and that doesn't make sense either. So in like 2 seconds I'll show you guys what we have left. Alright, this is where we ended up. I ended up going through the puzzles and getting rid of a ton because we only gravitate towards a couple of them. So I left a few, mainly the educational ones. I decluttered this. There was like these like stones that we honestly never used. So these are just extra Tonys, cameras. Moved the caddy down here because there's so much more space now. Although this looks kind of crazy, I just like stacked some of the toys, especially the ones that are for a younger age, but I wanted to keep a few. And then just the ones that we decided to keep, all the arts and crafts, educational posters, and then this has a picnic basket with a couple more like food type stuff and a road. These are Legos. These are like little items that I still want them to play with and to have, and then some scarves, some blocks. Now this area I know is going to be a disaster the second my kids or husband touch them, and so I think I really want to get like a chest to put all of this kind of stuff because they play with this all the time. But for now it's easy to grab, so that's why it's there. And then I just moved the strollers over here, all the random other Marvel stuff here, and an extra Love Every box. Four bags of toys to donate. Rocky's room is an absolute disaster from quiet time, but I just have to show to prove my point that they just love to build and they love magnet tiles. And the second they woke up, that's what they wanted to do. Truly, their toys are not going to be missed by us, and I hope that they can find a home where they are loved. But that is where we're gonna end today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I can continue this series going if you guys would like. It honestly has been super nice for me because I am just like going through my house and just sharing it with you guys. So I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone, but I hope that you guys enjoyed. Let me know what other things you would like me to declutter or organize. I do feel like I would love to do an organization type video next. I have like 5 bins that I freed up so I can use those in other spaces. And I feel like a good organization kind of feels good too. So let me know if you guys would like to see that, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.